Story time. So I remember some years back, I was working in a certain company, and I'd already done some shifts, some days, like 3 days in a row. I did like 12 hour shifts for 3 good days. And on this particular day, I had a shift. So that morning, very, very early that morning, I went for my shift, and on getting there, I felt a bit ill. I felt ill, but I didn't want to like go home that day. So I just carried on with my work, and I was like, let me just see if I can manage, let me just enjoy it. I'm already here. Let me finish the work and go home. So all I did was just to take some paracetamol to keep myself okay and then keep the work going. So by the time I was finishing that shift that evening, because I was supposed to have another shift the next day, that evening, I just called the manager. I was like, you know what? I'm not sure I'll be able to make it tomorrow, please. I feel very, very ill now. I feel very weak. And the chances of me coming to work tomorrow, 7 o'clock in the morning, is very, very low. So please, if you can kindly find someone to like cover my shift. And immediately I said that to her, she was like, she didn't really like it. But all she said to me was, anyway, I just hope you will be better. Hope to see you tomorrow. So within me too, I was like, oh yeah, I just hope I get better. I would like to come. But the next morning, my shift was supposed to be 7. As early as 5, I woke up, to take my shower and go to work. And I felt very weak, very, very weak. So I just, called again to say, I'm not sure I can make it today. I feel weak. I feel tired. Like I'm not myself. And I was actually having a fever. Mind you, I'd already done 3 days back to back, 12-hour shifts before this particular shift. So I was knackered and I was actually ill. And so because it was around that COVID time, I wasn't too sure what exactly was wrong with me, whether it was even COVID, but I was actually scared to speak out. So I told her, I called her early morning and said, I'm not sure I'll be able to make it today. I feel sick, like I'm almost passing out. I can't make it. 30 minutes later, I called again, just to say that, okay, you know what, I can manage to come to work today. Let me just take the shift. And, since it was actually supposed to be a half day that day, I can manage. I finish with the shift and I go to the pharmacy and, get myself some help. And 30 minutes later, I called, only for me to call, and I was told that someone else had already been called upon to take the shift, to cover my shift. And I said, okay, thank you. I dropped the phone. And that got me thinking. I was like, I have done back-to-back long shifts for this number of days now, for these 3 long days, and I feel very ill. And just because I, kind of missed one day, like because I have not been able to cover one shift, or just because I called in sick, I am not saying the company would not have gotten a replacement for me, but like the speed at which I was replaced, it wasn't even up to 1 hour. It wasn't even up to 1 hour. Just that I called and said, oh, I'm not feeling fine, I will not be able to come. In less than 45 minutes, I was already replaced. That got me thinking. That made me believe that, okay, so that actually means that if I can be replaced that soon, while I'm still alive, what happens if what happens if something happened to me and I passed on? I would have been replaced like this in a blink of an eye. Now, I'm not saying the company should have actually paused its operations because I am not feeling well, or I wasn't feeling well, or I couldn't come to work. But I'm trying to say that the speed at which your companies, at which your offices, at which your employer will dump you when anything happens to you, it will shock you. It will really, really shock you. And that's made me believe that I need to get up and do something for myself. I need to stand up. I need to have a plan B. I need to have an alternative to what I was doing. I need to have another means of income just in case anything happens, because at that point it became very glaring to me that I was replaceable. It became very glaring to me that I was not a priority. Even though I said I wasn't feeling fine, nobody called to check up on me to say, oh, are you better now? Are you okay now? How's your health now? Nobody called to say, okay, if you're not better, can we get someone else, pending when you can come back to work? Nothing. I didn't get any call whatsoever from the company or from my employer. Nothing. that rang a very big bell in my head. And that was when I decided to take my side hustle very seriously, because you know what? Nobody has your time. The moment you are gone, someone else is in. So that means take your health very seriously. Don't play with it, because you can be replaced. That you are the favorite today at your workplace does not mean that another favorite cannot overthrow you tomorrow. Know this and know peace.